Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, Austin and Spalai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we met with the other two councils, the Staff Council and the Military Council. Staff Council being in charge of the officers and lieutenants and the like, Military Council being in charge of, well, obviously, the military. With all our councils met, it's time to deal with some more Crusade affairs. We've got a lot of things to deal with. Including, since we have changed our infantry into champions, we have a few extra champions. Okay, Staff Council is done. Military Council is done. And we can hold another Diplomatic Council. But that's all at the moment. The others will take time to improve. And that's the Religious Feast, which I'm not going to do anything for. Are there any decrees I want to do? Let's see. Diplomacy is the only one that's gonna do. The others are gonna take a while. Searching for lost scouts, 5 days. Seems like a good thing to do. And giving Erebeth some orders also seems like a good idea. So we'll set those up. That said, we're not done. Ooh. Okay, you, for now... I am going to send you to merge in with this army. There we go. And while we do have more men, we can't really do much with them at the moment. I mean, we could start forming an army. But it's not really much. Even though we're getting an army together... Marksmen are incredible, I will say that. We don't really have a second force yet. So, Setsuna's Wrath. We do have another army charging upwards. We'll deal with that in a bit. For now, go ahead, take care of this army. Dealt with. A gang of cutthroats who sold their conscience for demon gold has been destroyed. Their chief, a battle-hardened, scar-ridden mercenary laden with valuable artifacts, is hanging in the noose. The trophies you receive for murder will come in useful for the Crusaders. These bracelets grant the wearer a +3 bonus on damage rolls with the offhand weapon when dual-wielding or wielding a two-handed melee weapon. That's useful. And we can clear out this one. Defeating the horde of flying monsters swooping from the sky, many Crusaders got thinking that the battle tactics they know are not always suited to demon confrontation. With every new battle, the army gains invaluable experience, and soldiers are eager to learn, for their lives depend on it. Excellent. And while there is an army there, I don't want to do that yet. Head back up here. And we can clear out this army, I think. Let me drop a save first. Alright, take out this army. Not too keen on that, but we have a fireball. Wipe out the cultists, the ghouls, the Nabasu, more cultists, more ghouls, more ghouls. Do a load of damage to these three. That helped out a lot. There we go. Archers can wipe out these cultists. Oh, beautiful. You know what? Wipe out these ghouls so we don't have to deal with them. You can't reach, so hold up, hold up. Ow, but don't worry, we can handle these. Okay, the Nabasu are going to be a little tough. You know what? Burn them down. And you can finish them off. Beautiful. Ooh, another attack. You can't reach. You can. Beautiful. Evidently, demons had taken a liking to the place and had been using it as a sacrificial site for quite a long time. A dagger, presumably used for killing innocents, was found plunged into the center of the ritual symbol. Edge of Force. Whenever the wielder of this of this dagger casts a spell with Force Distributor deals additional 2 force damage per dice rolled. Interesting. We can come back to this from a different direction. We need to march our way westwards. No more points. But you know what we can do? It's not much, but we can at least have them scout out paths a bit, which doesn't sound like the worst idea. Oh, that's going somewhere I don't want it to go. You can also scout paths. Paths that have already been cleared. Alright. So that's dealt with there. And we have one more diplomatic thing to deal with here. So I think we can skip a day. Oh. Yeah, skip a day. Diplomatic connections have been improved. And we have distributing provisions if we ever desire it. Alright, you guys need to march westwards. Yep. And we have a demon army here to fight. This shouldn't be hard. Oh, let them flee! The mine was once filled with the undead, but has now been cleansed. When demons got close to the mine, to save themselves, the miners blocked the entrance, hoping that help would arrive before they starved to death. Alas, help never arrived, and those trapped suffered a truly horrible fate. And this will eventually lead to where we need to go for that. You guys can continue scouting a bit. And you... do not... Oh shit! I said no! I told you to stop. Oh crap. Okay, well... we're gonna have to do what we can. Well, we can at least do something here. We're gonna lose this force. I mean, we can at least weaken it. You were not supposed to get into this fight. Holy crap. These guys might actually... no, they're not going to win. Those horses are tough. This was meant to be the scout crew. Well, at least we've weakened them immensely. Did not mean for that to happen. At all. Crap. So much for that scout army. Anyway, I believe we have another council. Commander, upon hearing word of your victory in the Battle of Dresden, many leaders in Avestan have considered taking a more active supporting role in the crusade. Fighting demons in the name of saving the world is a prestigious endeavor, especially when the war is going well. The one whose help is accepted first will increase their standing in the political arena, which is why the powers are now competing for the right to conclude an alliance with Mendev before their rivals do. Nerosian has already chosen which of them is to be favored. Isger. We've been building an alliance with that nation for a long time, and now the capital is expecting you to address the steward of Isger with an official offer to support you. Lastwall is Mendev's most trusted ally. If we are to ask someone for support, it should be them, the Shining Crusade. What say we invite the Sword Lords of Brevoy to this party? The righteous Mendavian knights just love those hot-headed provincials who will draw their weapons and challenge you to a duel at the drop of a hat. And get this, they win such duels. Nerosian will be ecstatic to have allies like these, and I hope the demons will enjoy their company as well. Just as a note, we happen to have a neighbor who's got barely any presence in the crusade. I'm talking about Numeria. It's believed to be too wild and barbaric to have any dealings with. How about we show everyone how wild and barbaric tribes can fight and invite them to play a bigger part in our war? Everyone who wanted to come because they listened to their heart are here already. Time to call those who listen to their purse. We'll drop a line to the Varisian cities, tempt them with some nice spoils, and loads of savvy folk will come running. Why does Nerosian decide whose help I should accept? Because you are, with all due respect, one of Her Majesty's subjects. Lady Konomi's voice grows sterner, but after a moment subsides into a more confiding tone. And because it took great effort for Mendev's diplomatic corps to win Isger over and ensure you would receive their help. Are you confident that the allies you choose yourself will be as reliable? We can't call everyone for help. I wish we could, but we can't. The Chalaxians and their colonies can't stand the Andorrans. Molthun is at war with Nermathus. Nidal and Lastwall are at daggers drawn, and all of them envy the wealth of Absalom, protest against the godlessness of Druma, and fear the revolutionary plague of Galt. They can tolerate each other in small doses, but an official letter from the commanders summoning one of the nations to assist the crusade will lead to, shall we say, an eruption of toxic volcanoes across half the courts of Avestan. So I'm afraid you'll have to choose which of your allies is most desirable to you. Let's see what the council has to say. Lady Konomi's voice turns silken and somewhat condescending. Commander, we both realize that Mendev's political interests lie beyond the competence of this council. The decision has already been made in the capital. Nerosian has shown courtesy and concern for your authority by allowing you to implement the decision yourself. I trust my own council more than the royal council. Indeed. What could Her Majesty's loyal servants possibly know about diplomacy? Let us listen to the council. Cerseal, why do you suggest we accept Lastwall's aid? The Shining Crusade of Lastwall and Mendev have much in common. We protect Galarian from demons, they fight the undead and the legacy of Tar-Baphon, the Whispering Tyrant. Like us, Lastfolk are used to eternal war. They are persistent, vigilant, and know how to oppose baleful magic. Their swords will aid us on the front lines, and the watchful eye of their inquisitors will do us much good on the home front, where the spies of the Ivory Labyrinth roam. Woljif grimaces in annoyance. Yeah, we clearly don't have enough of our own righteous boars. Let's bring more from Lastwall. War dogs and snobs, the lot of them. They'll barge in here and demand that everyone toe the line. Daerin, what benefit do the Sword Lords offer us? A whole slew of benefits. We'll see some fresh blood in this war. Poke the oh-so-formal Nerosian with a stick. Recruit excellent fighters, proud as peacocks, just begging for a chance to prove themselves. And besides, this alliance can be easily arranged. Daerin smiles wistfully. I used to take private fencing lessons from a certain sword lord of high standing. The fencing didn't work out, but her lesson was gorgeous. Daerin, isn't this going a little far? We can't make such decisions of such importance just because you had an affair with a Brevin. Lan, what do you think? Do you think Numeria will join us? If we treat them as equals, they will. They may be barbarians by the standards of lands like Mendeb, but nobody can call them cowards, and many of them are descendants of the Sarkorians who fled to their Kelid kin in Numeria. We'll remind them about the time they were wronged by the demons, and whole clans of Avengers will answer the call. Lan, you are so passionate about finding new friends. Together you will, let's see, sit by the bonfire, play some dissonant musical instruments, pick your teeth with knives. What else do savages do for fun? Oh, we dance around naked, obviously. Sorry, I can't bring you along. They'll make fun of me for having such a scrawny friend. There's a reason why Numeria hasn't been invited to join the crusade. Needless to say, I personally do not share this prejudice against them, but not all sovereigns of Avestan feel the same way. Some will find it beneath them to be involved in the same crusade as barbarians. Woljif, tell me more about the advantages of a partnership with Varisia. Varisia is a real frontier, the land of the free. Adventurers of all stripes go there to seek their fortune. The sailors there aren't scared of going after sea dragons and krakens, and the thugs, they're not scared of anyone or anything whatsoever. Those daredevils fear no demon, and that's exactly the kind of guts we need. Are we looking for allies or henchmen? Even I'm aware that Varisia is a realm of gangs and self-willed despotism, and I just crawled out from under a rock, you know. Lady Konomi, what sort of help can we expect from Isgur? Isgur is a nation locked in a constant territorial struggle with goblin tribes. Countless battles have tempered their army, taught them not to fear losses, and granted experience in both the military craft and the cultivation of untamed lands. Their formidable combat sorcerers would be of great use to Dresden, would you not agree? There is, however, another reason to pursue an alliance with them. Isgur is a protectorate of Cheliax, and with such a mighty patron at their back, they have no shortage of resources or troops. By establishing friendly relations with Isgur, we can strengthen our ties with a powerful neighbor in the south. The value of such an alliance is indisputable. Lady Konomi, I do not doubt that only your innate modesty forbids you from mentioning the innumerable bribes received by Nerosian diplomats for facilitating this alliance. I imagine Cheliax was most generous. However, among the funds that make their way into our army's coffers, I could not spot a single coin of Chelaxian mintage, so why should we help you? Right, I felt bad about how I lost that army due to a misclick or the like, so I just quickly went back and fixed that. I know I shouldn't have, but still. I've made my decision. It is my hope that your decision won't disappoint the Royal Council. So let's see. We can either unlock the Inquisitor's mercenary unit, infantry specializing in slaying spellcasters, the Duelists, infantry capable of parrying enemy attacks, Barbarians, powerful offensive infantry, Rogues, fighters effective at flanking enemies, or Sorcerers, spellcasters that deal damage with combat spells. I already know which unit I feel I like the most, but given all the options here, I don't really know much with regard to the politics and all of those, so instead, you know what? Konomi, we'll throw you a bone. We'll take the Sorcerers. Your wisdom never fails you. Nerosian will be pleased to know you're not squandering allies whom they have taken such pains to attract. The battle sorcerers of Isgur, hardened in the clashes with goblins, will serve you well. I won't detain you any longer, Commander. When matters of foreign or domestic politics once again require your attention, I will convene the Diplomatic Council. And we might actually have another one in a moment. I think that's kind of what we have here. Do we have another army? We do! We do have sorcerers. Oh, there is actually a second route over there. Interesting, I didn't know. Alright, so we have sorcerers. I do feel like we could form up a bit of an army here if we got enough forces. I could recruit a general. We have Lodvig the Swordsman, Furio Solaretti, Vidgard the Raider, and Chief Agaboya. Extra power. Resistance. Let's see, that one is... bonus to speed, lower AC. +2 bonus to damage per level. Okay, that's not bad. You are a range type, and you are a swordsman, so you're a defender. There are 3 types of generals. Mages, soldiers, and scouts. Honestly, scouts are the weakest since they basically set down traps, which enemies would easily be able to avoid. Generals focus on buffing allies' armies, but mages are the best, without a doubt, because they can do direct damage to enemies, and getting rid of them is the best thing to do. So you know what? We'll get you. Agaboya. You'll mainly be scouts. I'm going to try and send those, these guys over to join in, because at least then they'll be able to do something. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Let's do another skipped day. We have an army coming in this way. We need to do something about it. Alright, Agaboya's scouts, you head over here, merge in. We're gonna swap out the paladins for you. It's not the best. But at least the paladins can do a little bit of scouting, I guess. Well, not much. Really, that's about as far as we can scout around here. No, I want to select you. There we go. Right. You know... oh no, that's... oh, there it is, yeah. Those guys, we could... I could give Agaboya some experience. Let me drop a save, we'll try it again. Maybe we could do it. Agaboya, let's give you a try. Can you take care of these? And keep our men alive? Risky, but maybe. You could wipe some of these out. Try and wipe out the plague wolves. Almost wiped them out. Okay, that was good. Okay. This time is a lot more possible. Especially because we actually have reasonable armies here. We actually succeeded! Well done, Agaboya! That was a very good job. I was a little concerned, but we got it. Having buried those who died from the plague, warriors search the place and find a small grave where Sir Doland Regalor, a hero of the Second Crusade, rests in peace. They take care of the grave and clean dead bodies and dirt from a small oasis nearby, and the water instantly becomes clean, clear, and sweet. This place is much loved by spirits and gods. Okay. That was good, and Agaboya got a level up. I guess blessed for the sake of having it. Alright, Agaboya, you're gonna stay here and fight this demon army when it arrives. Because it's clearly going this way through this fort, which We might be able to kill. Ooh, a rank up. Oh, right, diplomatic connections. And an event. Anevia wants to talk about one of their companions. We'll be talking about that in a minute. In fact, we will do that and deal with things in the next episode, because this one's gone on long enough. So, next episode, a bit more Crusader stuff. Till then, I am Chestic44. I'll see you in Spalai. That is me. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous, and I shall see you all next time.